What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another video, and this one here is going to be 90 Day Diary Season 3 Episode 1. I'm sure that it is. Yes. Now, normally I find these videos lurking around on YouTube and I react to the whole damn thing, but obviously this one right here is not on YouTube. This is actually on Discovery Plus, so therefore I will be showing you small little clips throughout the video of the certain parts that I will be commenting on, if you dig what I'm saying, just like I did before with Sisters Wives and anything else before that. Oh yeah, and the 1,000 Pound Sisters, that's the one. But nonetheless though, let's not waste any more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give a shout out to every single person that is a member of the freaking channel. Now, with that being said, let's get into this one, if you dig what I'm saying.
During COVID, things got really difficult for us, and I really contemplated divorce. But I was changing, and he was helping out a lot with the boys, communicating with me more, and I think he just took our relationship more seriously.
Well. I remember watching these two on 90 Day Fiance, and even watching them after that, and I was like, yo, something's got to give. These two need to break up. Because the fact is, Asuelu is literally a man-child. But he's not the fun type of man-child. He's more like the petty, pathetic, crybaby, mama's boy, yeah, type man-child, if you dig what I'm saying. And Kalani is obviously someone that is, well, I mean, she's a mature woman, but for her to have continued to have put up with Asuelu for as long as she has is beyond me. So to be honest with you, it doesn't surprise me that there was a point where they nearly got divorced during COVID, if you dig what I'm saying. I actually remember one. I think it was a tell-all when he walked out. There was yeah, on the cameras. Yes, that's it, on the Skype call. I think it was. That's what it was. And he walked out, blocked her, acted like a spoiled little freaking brat, and crying to his mummy, if you dig what I'm saying. But at the end of the day, though, I'm not surprised that they nearly broke up. But rumor has it that they may have actually broken up, and it happens in this episode. But hey, I guess I'll find out. Or I guess we will all find out, if you dig what I'm saying. But anyway, let's proceed.
What? Because I want to go play golf. When Asuelu tells me that he's leaving to go golfing as soon as my mom gets there, it kind of irritates me. I already tell him that I think he spends too much time golfing.
It's just crazy how times have not changed. I remember before when Asuelu kept going away. What was it? Was it netball, volleyball, basketball? Who remembers the sport at the very beginning of their relationship, you know? And he always kept going there too, even though she didn't want him to go. But he kept going there anyway because he decided going and playing with his friends was more important than being an actual father, and also at the same time being a husband. I mean, honestly, how these two have lasted as long as they have, please, my apologies, I just don't understand. But hey, for some people just love to live in a plateau relationship. Some people just love to live in a toxic relationship. Some people just love to live life as if it's Groundhog Day, just with the added toxicness, and just, man, it just sounds exhausting just even saying it. Damn. Anyway, hopefully we find something new and fresh from their relationship in this episode, because right now it just seems to be the same old complaints from Kalani, which in my opinion then makes her that less mature, because really and truly any mature woman or strong woman would have been out of here a long time ago. They wouldn't put up with this absolute disgust madness from what's his name again? From Asuelu, if you dig what I'm saying. But anyway, let's proceed.
How do you think things have been going?
What do you mean?
How have things been going between me and you? I don't think we're doing very well at all. I think you feel good because you get to get out of the house and you get quiet time and you get free time. When my mom's gone, I don't get that. I'm by myself. I'm with them almost the whole day.
Some people just enjoy playing the same instrument time and time again. And not only playing the same instrument, but playing the same sound every single time. Never changing that same freaking sound, you know? Just on repeat, time and time and time again. And you think to yourself, so when is the point when you finally get bored of that sound and you think to yourself, you know what? Maybe now is the time for me to change that sound. But you don't. You keep playing that same freaking same old sound. And I say this because everything that I'm hearing from Kalani, just the moans and the moans and the moans. They're literally a replica of what we've already seen in the past. So that's why I sit and I'm like, so when are you actually going to change the tone? When are you going to change the tune to that freaking sound? If you dig what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, I could sit here, you could sit here, and we could say Asuelu's this, Asuelu's that, but she's a grown-ass woman who's way much more mature than he is, and she should have the ability just to get up and leave, like she has said in the past so many other times, but there's never actually, look where we are right now. Like, for a man that whenever he's upset with you will go out of his way to remove you and block you from all social platforms, and you still take him back when he's ready to come back and he's ready to unblock you? Like, really? You're gonna let someone treat you like a yo-yo that bad? Like, Kalani. If only she had the same attitude that she has on those social media platforms. And when I say that, what I mean is if you go on an Instagram account, you see her rock this sexy looking outfit or lingerie, looking like a goddess, like, yo, look at me, I'm a model for this agent, for this brand that I'm promoting right now, I'm a queen, okay? Well, why don't you use that same queen ass energy, that same badass coffee energy, and leave this fool like forever, not leave and come back? Just literally, come on now. Anyway, some people just like to play the same tune, but let's get into it anyway.
I'm surprised that she bring this up. Like, all the thing I hear is just, it's making me like I'm a bad husband, I'm a bad father, but no, I'm not. I go play golf, you don't let me go play volleyball, so I play golf.
It is volleyball, I was correct. She don't let me play volleyball, so I play golf instead. I cannot do any wrong. I'm surprised that she's behaving like this. Like, you see what I'm saying? Why even waste your energy with someone like him? The fact that he says, oh, I play golf instead of volleyball because you won't let me play volleyball. It's like, hello, has it gone over your head? The reason why she was upset about you playing volleyball was because you was choosing volleyball over her and the kids. The reason why she's upset with you playing golf is, well, guess what? For the same freaking reason. And also, she doesn't get a chance to go out and have her own time, of course, which respectfully, everybody needs their own downtime, if you dig what I'm saying. You're getting it, she's not. And he's saying, I'm surprised. You see how naive this guy is? Like, come on. Oh. Anyway, same old stuff, same old behavior. But hey, let's proceed and let's see where this goes, if you dig what I'm saying. But hey, all I know is this though, the respect levels that I thought I had for Kalani, nah, I never had them. I won't lie to you, because I thought she had some sort of backbone, but no, it's never been there. And when it does come, it disappears as quick as anything else. It's like Asuelu has this magical wand that brings her back every time. I don't know. But either way though, let's proceed.
Oliver to like, I want go him take up, like, we do only butter. No one there, but you like, no, it stresses me out, so I don't really like to tell me to the kids because you're like, no, so.
Yeah, because watch them, something bad usually happens. So for you to take Oliver by yourself in the car, that's scary to me.
I think.
Let me just sit here, wipe my nails, like the grown-ass man that I am. Even though our parents tell us as children to stop biting your nails, it's not good. But we do it anyway. Why am I making this point? Oh yeah, I'm making this point for a very good reason. Look at it this way, ladies and gentlemen. Who the hell stays with someone who she can't even trust to be around his own kids? He can't have Oliver because she doesn't trust you. Something bad always happens. How can you still tolerate someone who you don't trust near your children? Like I said before, I could sit here and just whine about Asuelu all day long, but it's Kalani that bothers me even more, because I had higher standards of her, higher standards for her to make those right choices, those killer choices that are needed every now and then. You dig what I'm saying? Anyway, I will say this though, obviously, if there's little glitches here and there and then the edits, it's on purpose because, of course, copyright, if you dig what I'm saying. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Nonetheless though, let's not waste any more time and let's proceed.
Not overreact. How many times have my kids almost died when you're around?
Oh, now you're blaming me there, you're not blaming me.
Am I blaming you, or am I saying the actual actions of what has happened? Did Kennedy get loose in the parking lot at the pumpkin patch? Did I see you chasing him and I had to pick up Oliver and run towards the parking lot? Did that happen, or I imagined that?
Oh boy.
I imagined it?
Oh boy.
Okay, I know it's very, very fast, so to be fair, if you just change the speed of this video to 0.75, you hear everything, just in case you can't hear what she's saying or what he's saying. But the grand scheme of it, she's basically said that, listen, you have lost this child and this child. How many times have you had to chase this child and this child around the parking lot? How many times has this happened and this happened? And the fact is, though, the fact that he sits there with a smirk in his face, this guy deserves I condone no violence, but either way, the fact that he sits there with a smirk in his face, it's just unacceptable. Like, come on. But you see where I'm coming from here? Why stay with him? You can't tell me this guy has some hold over her. He's too much of a I can't find a polite word, so I won't say anything until. But he's too much of a something to be able to control a female who you think is a strong female, or any kind of female. To be honest with you, even the weakest of people mentally couldn't be controlled by this guy. But hey, maybe he's got a secret magic stick somewhere. I don't know. But either way, though, I really don't want to say this. Maybe it's just the wood. Some ladies do stay around, but it's the wood. If the wood is good, the wood is good. You can lay down that pipe, blood will stay. Oh, trust me. Never mind. Too much information. Let's proceed.
Of me.
Yes, it's a big deal. A toddler being in a parking lot.
I'm gonna done with this talk because I'm done with
Yeah, because you can't talk about problems, and this is why we fight, and this is why it's not gonna work.
And has no more. Well, he gets up and disappears. Are we surprised? Hell no. This is what he does because he is a child. Pathetic. And the fact that she sits there and says, this is why, we don't ever get things sorted out because maybe this, blah, 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 blah. Lady, guess what? You're in control of staying in this lifestyle with him. But you know what you can do, right? You can get up and go, but guess what? You don't. So, damn, what's that? Oh, that's a fly. There's a fly in my... But more than that, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some madness into it. Anyway, let's proceed.
In London, I'd stay in London and I'd want Mariah to come to London to live with me there. That's obviously not possible. She does have 2 boys. I haven't met them in person yet.
So now we're on to Tom. Tom and Mariah. Is it Mariah? Yeah. So here's the thing. Obviously, so this is the part that you haven't seen, but in this, Tom talks about how he wants to marry her. He talks about obviously COVID being an issue and him unable to be able to travel to the States has been very challenging, but of course she's been able to come to the UK, so that has made things easy for them. Now obviously at the same time though, he's now planning on wanting to marry her because ever since he's met her, he's been happy every single day. That's what he says. But he then comes in with, in my opinion, the bombshell. He wants to propose to her. He wants to marry her, but he has not met her children yet. Now, I don't know how old her children is. Her children could be adults. They could be teenage boys. I haven't got a clue, okay? But in my opinion, despite how old the children are, actually, no, to be fair, I mean, if they are like fully grown adults and they've got kids of their own, then it's a different conversation. But if her kids are assuming maybe teenagers or younger or just not fully grown adults anyway, I don't think it's a good idea for him to want to scoop in to propose to her until he meets her children first, because at the end of the day, when you are entering someone else's life and they have children, it is very, very important that you do what you can to build a relationship with that person's children first before you even attempt to actually say, hey, I want to marry you. Because at the end of the day, you need to know if you're going to be able to even build some sort of solid relationship with your partner's children. Because at the end of the day, if you're unable to build a solid relationship with your partner's children, well, then that relationship of yours could become quite straining and become, very unhealthy in the long run, because at the end of the day, no one wants to go into someone else's life when someone else's children doesn't want to accept you, if you dig what I'm saying. And for me personally, I would hate to be in the middle of a female and her child, to be honest with you. If I was with someone and they had a child and their child didn't want to accept me, understand this, I'm out. I don't want to come in and cause mayhem, you know what I mean? Even if I believe she's the love of my life, listen, man, I ain't trying to come in and ruin anything. If her child doesn't want me, then you know what? It is what it is. I'll try, but I can only try. And if it is that way, and if it doesn't work, I'll be like, you know what? Listen, look after your kid, man. I'm out, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to become a drift. I don't want to be the reason why you and your child fall out, okay? It doesn't matter if the child is being stubborn and being a little brat. I just don't want to be the reason for it. That's just the grand scheme of it. But nonetheless, though, either way, though, I think Tom should definitely consider meeting her children first before even thinking about marrying her or even looking to even do it, to be honest with you. But hey, let's proceed.
Important for Thomas and I to see how we are on a daily basis with stress. Home life is very regimented. I just want to make sure that I'm exactly who he thinks I am.
You know, I really want to comment on what she said, but but her face is butched. I'll just keep it simple. I ain't gonna beat around the bush. What is going on? I don't know what's worse. Oh, you know what? Tom clearly has a type. He likes the butch type. Just saying it. Call me mean. Don't care. It's the truth. But nonetheless, though, she has got a very good point. You know, it is very important for Tom to come over and for him to obviously get used to living with her children too, because she does actually mention that as well. And it's very, and she made a key point to see obviously what it's like when we're living together in a situation where, you know, things can be quite stressful. But she did actually also suggest that when he does come over, he lives in an apartment first, and when he lives in an apartment, he can then start to introduce himself to her kids slowly. And obviously, once they get to that stage, they then live together, and then obviously they see what it's like living together first before going any other direction. So to be fair, even though Tom hasn't necessarily said anything to her about marriage, I like the fact that she stayed in control and basically said, "Listen, before you even think of any ideas, buddy, we need to make sure that we are good, and you take me for who I am when you see me and live with me on a daily basis when we get to that stage." So I respect her for that. But in terms of what she's done to her face with all of that Botox, well, we are who we are, and we make the choices we want to make, eh? Anyway, let's proceed.
Okay.
Now, at this moment in time, I don't know why she has said no. She's obviously turned him down, which in my opinion is correct, because again, they haven't even lived together yet. But hey, I guess we better find out why, or hopefully we'll find out why she has said no. But I fully support it, because like I said before, they haven't lived together, he hasn't met the children. I don't know what this guy's thinking. But anyway, let's get into it.
I don't really have words to explain how I'm feeling. I just feel numb. I feel like I made a mistake.
This is a madness.
Bad, because Tom's always asked me, where do I fit into the equation? And I really don't know. As for my boys being a priority, they're both in high school, and they are my priority, and I don't know if I've made the space for anyone else.
There you go. She's got teenage boys. And obviously, this is a woman who's obviously a strongest person. She's obviously got her priorities in check. And obviously, you know, she wants to make sure things are right. Now, of course, at the same time, though, she does obviously want to go off and explain and talk about the fact that, you know, she doesn't know if she's made room or space here for someone else to come into her life while she has her boys. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's necessarily because she hasn't made room or space. I think it's more or less, well, I mean, obviously, it definitely is a reason, but I think it's also because at the end of the day, she hasn't seen Tom around her children yet. And she also doesn't know if her boys approve him too, because clearly, you know, for any mother out there, or even father out there, you know, your kids are always going to be priority. And if your kid don't take kind to someone, well, they don't take kind to someone. And if they do, they do, if you do what I'm saying. And as far as I'm concerned, she's made the right choice. But at the same time, though, she did say that the answer is not a no. It's just, I just can't say yes right now. And rightly so. But hey, at least we are getting someone or some people or someone with a brain cell on this TV show. Hey, strong ass woman, man. Not a fan of what she's done to her face, but I'm a fan of her strength, shall I say. Backbone. Let's get into it.
I went to Spain to meet Antonio. There's a lot of chemistry, but also a lot of trust issues. So I decided we're not compatible, but we're still friends.
That is ex number one.
A guy named Andy. He's a good guy, but together we were just toxic.
That is ex number two.
With Andy, I started dating a guy named Andrew. A few months ago, I broke up with him. He's not ready for a serious commitment.
I see my boyfriend one day out of the week, and it's like, should I just turn around and go home then? Like, you just want to play video games with your friends? Makes me feel like I'm begging for the bare minimum.
And that is ex number three. Courtney, 31 years of age, still living at home with her parents. You know what? It gets worse. Listen to the next part.
I feel like I'm begging for the bare minimum.
I also have a 1-year rule: propose, or I need to go explore for other options.
A 1-year rule. So if you don't propose to her within a year, she's out too. She wonders why she's still single. Ah, dear Lord. Yeah, anyway, she does a lot of online dating, and she discovered that a lot of men are just not available because they're either one, still in love with their ex, or two, they're in a relationship. She said something else as well, but she said so much. It's like, has she ever considered that maybe she is the problem? Anyway, yeah, this is Courtney, ladies and gentlemen, and she's a 90-day Diaries, and she doesn't even have a partner. Well, at least she hasn't announced one just yet anyway. But yeah, it seems to me as if she has a lot of toxic energy within herself, to be honest, because the reason that she's given a loan seemed to me as if there are a lot of her problems. Yeah. There's like a chain of events that keep happening around her, you know, and men. But this 1 year rule, 1 year, and if you don't propose, you're out, that's just pathetic.
Just want me to learn responsibility or something. That's why they want to charge me rent. It's like, okay, you don't need this money. The house is paid for. You don't have a mortgage. Are you kidding me right now? Like, they could have just stayed in bed.
Entitlement. Can you imagine? She wonders why she's still single. And just so you know, once upon a time, she was making money by being a foot model, but then she kept getting mosquito bites, which then ruined her job. So that's why she ain't really doing it anymore. And she loved doing it because it involved her not having to get ready and do anything. She could just do it from her. I can't wait for the comment section on Courtney, that's for sure. I'm going to look out for those comments because, boy, she is a tool. But hey, we always say, where does TLC find these people? Anyway, let's proceed. I do feel like she's on the wrong show. She needs to be on a more snobby show, if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, whatever.
I just got here. He has a nice car, so the breed is normal.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I met this guy named Nabeel online.
If I get abducted.
Oh my God.
He owns a company, and then he's starting this golf company as
Nabeel has a nice car. Nabeel's starting his own golf company. Nabeel's a very handsome man. Oh, I can't wait for the comment section on this one. Watch the old stuff come flooding in. Go, digger. Yes. Yes, he's just... Maybe he's a sugar daddy. Who knows? Let's not judge, man. What's wrong with you people? Always judging all the time. Let girl live. Let her be happy. What's wrong with y'all? Anyway, man, let's see what's going on with Courtney and her Nabeel date.
Pizza?
I love pizza like you eat. It's just too unhealthy.
I am enjoying the animals a little bit more than the date.
Oh my God.
I don't feel like me and Nabeel have a lot in common. He doesn't like my taste in music.
The fact that she's critiquing him is a good thing because it means that maybe she has got a standard for herself. But is she going to keep him around, though, is the question. Sometimes people on these TV shows, they say certain things, but then they behave the complete opposite. But to be fair with you, I do feel like she's probably someone that is going to stick to her word because she's probably someone who values herself quite highly, and she probably thinks that she probably has this mentality that, well, if this rich guy doesn't work, I know I can find me another one. She gives me those kind of vibes, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, let's proceed.
My love life and my career life are just TBD. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, but hopefully the right guy comes along so then I don't have to work.
And that last line hit different. So I don't have to work. Explains it all. I guess really and truly, any judgments that we did have may not have been incorrect. But I guess I'll know based on what you guys are saying in the comment section when I get to check it out, if you dig what I'm saying. But anyway, we're nearly here at the end. Let's see what else is left. Who is going to be the last couple? To be fair, we did go past Brandon and Julia, I believe. The reason I didn't say anything about them is because there wasn't really anything to say. The only thing that they was talking about was just complaining about how they wanted to have a property, but she didn't want to have any animals, but his parents did. Yeah, it was just, there was nothing to report on. That's just the grand scheme of things. But I'm letting you know that yes, I did go past them and I did watch the little segment, but I didn't show any of it because there was nothing to show, in my opinion. Yeah. Anyway, let's proceed.
After we get married, I'm allowed to have my green card.
Well, I think it takes, like, if we get everything in as soon as possible, it's anywhere from 3 to 9 months. I don't mind, like, supporting you until you can get your green card. And
I'm gonna lie to you, man. This whole green card situation is nuts. I mean, I understand it, but boy, the man can't even then work for 3 to 9 months. And obviously, like, she's obviously got to support them both. Yikes. And she does also go on to say that business hasn't exactly been booming neither, due to COVID as well. What a time to get married. What a time to wait for a visa. Whoa, a K1 visa, shall I say. Or whatever it's going to... Or no, a green card, that's the one. So you can work. Yeah. I'm going to lie to you, man. Even if I fell in love with someone from the States, I ain't moving there. You have to move here, man. That's a headache. That whole situation's a headache. Nah, you know what? I tell you what. Hey, nobody get any ideas, you know. I'm just saying this for general stuff, okay? But if I was to fall in love with someone from the States, and then we got married, of course, and then we applied for the green card K1 visa. Well, I tell you what though, while we're waiting for that green card K1 visa to come in place, understand this. I'm gonna be here in the UK. Why? Because I gotta work, man. Come on now. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Can't be doing this madness. Come on now. No. I ain't gonna be living off nobody. No. I'm too independent for that. Come on now. I'm too much of an alpha. No, not an alpha. I'm a sigma male. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Either way though, let's proceed.
We got married. We're doing great. We're looking forward to going back to Providencia at some point.
Congratulations to the happy couple, man. They end up getting married. Now just waiting for that 3 to 6 month or 3 to 9 month process of getting the green card. Now, from what I understand though, they did get married. Wait, where did they get married? They got married in the States, didn't they? Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm actually really tired today, okay? Alright, so my memory's a bit off, okay? Please, allow me, okay? But nonetheless, that doesn't matter where they got married. The fact is they got married and that's the main thing. And they are obviously a happy couple if you dig what I'm saying. But nonetheless though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We'll be back here again next week. Hopefully we'll be back on Mondays. I think this aired, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, this aired yesterday to be fair, I think it did. On either way though, we're back again next week with another one to see obviously what's happening. That is if there is anything to say, of course, if you dig what I'm saying. But nonetheless though, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, and peace.